Hey guys, have you ever been in a situation that you feel as if everything was going down? All hope seemingly is being lost? My God, you're feeling low, you're feeling depressed, and you are wondering, where is God? Oh my goodness. Guys, many of us here can speak about being in situations similarly, and how much when we felt as if we were about to give up, about to call it quits, something miraculously turned around, and how you were feeling immediately. It is like it was not there to begin with. Guys, we're going to be looking at a topic here. We're going to be looking at a video here. And I'm going to be back soon. I'm going to be back soon. So, guys, I came across something on the internet, and I think it would be nice for me to share it with you because every now and again we face some different challenges and things that would encourage our spirit so that we can be developed, be more aware, understand that this too shall pass. Remember that this too shall pass. There is a famous movie that is going on now, a series. I've watched it a couple times, and I'm telling you, honestly, I think it's the best version or depiction of Jesus Christ. And I'm not in no way saying the others that I've seen are horrible or anything. But compared to like a realism and connection, there's this movie called The Chosen, and it is making waves right now. But I want to pinpoint on one of the cast members, and she played Mary Magdalene, and it's quite interesting to see what her reaction is, and things that she was sharing, and how she came into that role, and now she's experiencing a transformation, not just in her financial outset, but soul, that the word and the series, the movie has been ministering onto her. And I just want you to take keen notice of some of the things that she's saying right now.
For taking a few minutes to talk. So you play the role of Mary Magdalene. Tell me how that opportunity came about.
Oh, it was so unexpected. I was in Austin working as a commercial actress for about 9 years. No, at that point, probably 7 years. And was really depressed and not knowing what to do. I wasn't working enough to really make ends meet. Like I was barely making rent, and I was in a depression at that time, and I got to a point where I was like, I need to change careers because this feels like I'm following some dream that is dead at this point. And so I told my agent to stop submitting me, and he submitted me to this anyway. And I hadn't auditioned for a theatrical role in a really long time. My background was in theater, so I was used to really wonderful female characters. But in film and TV and the commercial world, sometimes that's a little limited for actresses. It was all sort of like how you look instead of what's inside. And
I want to stop here just for a moment, guys, because think about it. She was in a place that it was in her lowest time. She felt as if, she has gone to school, she's done this whole acting career, and she had big dreams, big hopes, and she went through a time of testing, like many of us. And, at the last moment when she thought that, listen, I need to have a career change right now because I'm getting like some little auditions, but it's nothing to really provide for my needs. And so she is saying to her agent, please stop submitting me because I don't think I want to move any further with this. And right then, guys, they, they, a publicist went ahead and agent, and they made that promotion for her, and just like that, she was offered a role. She fit the part, and she plays it so beautifully. I'm just pointing out to you, just how quickly, how simplistically, how sure your future is, and how much that even her faith came on the challenge, because she said that she never really had much, you know, um, zooming in and full groundedness in her belief. And through this, you're gonna hear her speak about a number of other things that came out of this. But I just want to point that out to you. All right, let's continue.
And I was just disappointed with the quality of what was being offered. And so this was the first time I was like, this character is incredible and complicated and emotionally rich and has an actual like backstory to her. And I was so excited to get to play someone that was realistic and relatable. And so, yeah, when I auditioned for it, I was like, this, if I don't get this, I'm done. Like that's the big sign. And I wasn't expecting it. I booked it, and it's been such a gift and life changing and incredible to be able to portray her.
Yeah. And having come out of such a dark season, and then this being the door that finally opened and you could maybe take a second and exhale, how did that challenge your faith, or maybe change your perspective on faith as you started to really dig into this character?
I think I'm kind of a skeptic about religion, and I'm trying to be very rational about things. And it's over time, it's been really hard to ignore that there's something really special about this experience for me. I feel like I wouldn't have been able to connect with the Lilith portion of her if I hadn't gone through some painful things. And because of that, I'm realizing like God has been there the whole time. And then there are these moments in the show where like I'm actually saying that of in the depths and in the heights, you are there. And so there's just been these really sweet sort of idiosyncratic things for me personally throughout this show that like are constant reminders of like God's love is real. It's a real thing, and it's I've slowly been like opening up to it, and to see people respond to the show and share their hearts with me has been renewing, I think, a hope in humanity and in God.
She was asked a question by the interviewer, how has this impacted your life? And right away she was, being honest. She was saying, well, I was very skeptical. I was very critical because I'm thinking about, the logicalness of things and when it comes to religion, but I haven't been played the part. I haven't seen on set and, I haven't watched those replays and how the lines have been ministering to me. I'm saying I can't deny that, I've been speaking about, him being in control and him being above. And so many times in our lives, guys, we have so many things that we want to get done, especially when we're looking at our age. We're looking at our current position, whether we have a family or not, whether we have children or not. We're looking at the career. We're looking at where we live, how we're living, what we're eating, right? Worse, if there's something medically that is coming up or trying to present itself, and the money portion of it comes on as some challenge. There's a number of things that can be at play, and if you're not in a place where you understand what's happening and being faithful to God, to His words, you may fall into depression, you may fall into stress, you may fall into a place of despair, hopelessness. And she was just opening up and saying, I felt like I was going through all of that, and just there and then, she landed the role, auditioned, she landed the role. She wasn't even thinking, she was hoping, but she wasn't even thinking that she would have gotten the role. And now that she has gotten the role, she has been doing interviews after interviews, and she's just in a place of bewilderment. She's befuddled. So, I'm just looking at how the Lord can use our circumstance many times. He has done it many times to bring about an impact, to bring about a message that is not just impacting your life, but impacting society. And she has a number of other pointers that she's going to be sharing. So let's continue to listen and hear what she said.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you mentioned earlier on having a heart for elevating female roles and the roles of women, not just in film and theater, but also in television now, and this being the first chance you've had to do that. How does this fit into that passion of yours?
I mean, it is exemplary of it.
Yeah.
I think it's showing and exploring a character that is not perfect, and I think that's been the problem with sort of, I don't know, Hollywood type roles, is that like you have to look perfect, or you're a character actor, and you have to perform perfectly, and I think like Mary is just a messy, real person who makes mistakes and is trying her hardest. And I feel like being able to play a character that people relate to, and it's not this like far away, perfect thing. Like she's a person, and we all are. And it's been this connecting factor for me with.
So, guys, I want to say, remember that you were made in the image and in the likeness of God, and we come with different comparisons, and you know, trying to match our life with what we're seeing, whether on social media, what is being around, what we're seeing in our workplace, and even at school, and you're trying to fit yourself in that play. I'm just saying that we live in a real world, real people with real circumstances. And so, as she speaks about being real to yourself, being true to yourself, and even impacting many other females, because we know that there are many females that are out there that are in a place of distraught, in a place of just low self-esteem, not thinking that they're beautiful enough, not thinking that they're worth it, and just for her to be playing a role like that and speaking on national TV to encourage others that listen, I've made it, and you can make it too, and I'm still learning as I go. And we're in an imperfect world. I'm not perfect. I'm also imperfect. But God is still using me. God is still working on me. And as I speak to you myself, I am not a perfect person. None of us are. The good book speaks about our righteousness are like filthy rags. And so one should never think as if we have reached. Because while we aspire to follow in the footsteps in the path of God, we're still in a place where we don't have it all figured out. We're just being grateful. We're putting our best foot forward. We're just being the vessel so that we can be used. How we act, what we say. It has less to do with your look, but more so your lifestyle. And so I encourage you to continue to push on, continue to be faithful, even when you're not understanding what is happening. Never you drop the baton. Never you think for a moment that you've forgotten. Oh, I don't know. God is busy, so I'm just gonna not be not be pushing, not be interested, not showing up. No, you still have to show up. You still have to show up, because when you do, when you least expect it, that's when things change for you, because you're showing up. You're putting in the effort, you're putting in the work. And just like in her situation, she's living now, not even yet her best life, but she's getting a taste as to how things can turn and change. And as I've always said, and my wife loves to quote me right now, no 2 days are ever the same. No 2 days for you are ever the same. trust God, believe His word, and know that your tomorrow is going to be better. All right? God bless you.